First step for installing a Go is to install standard libraries, compiler, and the similar tools. So for that, let's go to the go.dev and let's go to download and download the package that contains compiler, standard libraries, and the similar tools. So as we can see here, we have a package for different operating system. We have for Windows, we have for Linux, and we have for Mac. In my case, I'm installing that for Mac. And I have already installed, downloaded and installed, but for the sake of this tutorial, let's do it one more time. So let's go to the downloads and let's run it and install it one more time. So after downloading the package, so we just double click on it and install that on our machine. So in my case, I'm just installing that one more time. So press continue and press install and press install. After the installation, what we need to do is we need to verify that it's indeed installed on our machine. So for example, in this case, it's going to take probably 10 or 15 seconds to install. And after the installation, we need to verify that it's indeed installed on our machine. So let's wait for it. Okay, it's installed, and after the installation we can close it. We can either keep the package or remove it. So for now, let's just keep it, and let's go to verify that it's indeed installed. Let's go to our terminal and let's type go version. Go version, it will show us that whether or not the Go is installed on our machine. So as we can see here, the Go version is 1.2.3.4. Indeed, it's the version that we have just downloaded and installed. Now after downloading and installing Go, the next step is we need to choose IDE for development. The IDE that we can choose is, there are several options for it. Personally, I prefer to use Visual Studio. So you can download the Visual Studio, and let's go to Visual Studio. And the first thing that we need to do here, we need to go and we need to install the plugin for Go. So the plugin for Go, that I have already installed that. So you can go, it's supported by Google. So you can download the plugin for Go in Visual Studio. And the next one is, let's create our first project. For the first project, I have already created a folder. Let's open that folder. So for example, I have created in the desktop a folder that the Go tutorial. So you can create a different folder with a different name, and let's choose it and let's open it. So after opening, the first thing that what we need to do is, so we have terminal here. We need to, in our terminal, we need to, first thing to do, we need to create a module. So let's create it. So module, and let's initialize our module, and let's call it, let's say just a start, right? Start module. So as we can see here, our module is created, and now let's create our first file. So let's create our first file. Let's just again call it start Go, and we have created our first Go file. So our first Go file, the next step is, what we need to do here is we need to declare a package, and we need to import our standard library. For the package, let's take our first package. So the package that we need to that we need to declare is, every Go application should have at least one main package and one main function, where that's the entry point to the application. So we are declaring our main package, and also we are importing. So let's import our standard library, which is FMT. So after importing that, what we need to do is we need to create our first function, main function, right? So let's create our first main function and main, and for that let's again print hello world here, right? So for the hello world, we are going to, for FMT, it's a standard library. It has different functions. So the functions that we are going to call is println, and for println we are going to print hello world. Okay, there are two ways how we can run it. Let's clear it here in the terminal. There are two ways how we can run it. The first way is that we can just run in the command line, run, and we can run our start Go, right? And start Go. Let's run it one more time. Okay, there is an unexpected error here. Let's check what's the error. Okay, FMT. Okay, let's run it one more time. Okay, it works as expected. Let's clear it and run one more time. And that's the first way. Another way how we can run it, and that's probably much simpler if you are doing a development, is that just press this button run in Visual Studio. That will do exactly the same. So let's run it one more time, and again it prints us hello world.